Yo guys, so in today's video, and this videos will be posted on my business channel. So today I'm going to talk about businesses that I did in my bachelor's when I was in college, that you guys can also do it, which is not all the internet people are showing you. That's few of the businesses model, but there are heaps of business model. So you can take it and copy my business model, which gave me a lot of money when I was in college. Like doing side hustles, you can call it side hustles, right? It would be from my own experiences, and I'll be putting out to the world and documenting this as well. So what I'm going to tell you is business models that I tried, what I learned from it, and what I'll be using. So everything is psychology, and what businesses I tried taught me a lot of things about human nature, human behavior. So yes, let's begin. So number one business model I did was sneakers reselling, right? Back in my college was all the people were rich kids. So you can call top shots of the college. So what I used to do is I used to do sneaker reselling, because these people are determined by status, right? Everyone wants status. They play the status game, and there they find girls, they find boys, they need to show off. It was very simple. They want to show off, right? How do you show off? Like in college crowd, you need to understand the culture of the whole college crowd. So back then, my college crowd was all into sneakers, Jordan, as expensive as Jordan you can think of, clothes, blue orange, jaywalking. These are top brands, right? In India, or the ticket size of one shirt. So I did not used to sell the shirt thing, but I used to sell sneakers. So the way I did it, because my college crowd's attention was already in sneakers, and through that they show status to other people, right? So what I used to do is I used to get a good supplier, and there are two ways. Either you can find a good supplier who works with the Nike brand, or you can get into Discord communities and try to get that sneakers at lower price and sell it expensive. So everything is trading. This is the basic of trading, right? Trading is basically buying low and selling high. So what I used to do, I used to get it from a supplier which was in Gujarat, right, in India. I used to get it from him, and then I used to sell it to my college friends or college folks, college crowd. That was one of the way, right? Sneaker reselling. This was one, and it has a good margin, right? You need to position that thing or market that thing in the community of college. That's where people buy. So this taught me the understanding about the psychology of college people, how they operate, and for them status is a lot of big thing that they want to show off, they want to boast in front of their friends, in front of the girls. So yeah, this was one. Number two is parties. Party one was good, right? I'll tell you exactly how the party thing works. So the whole goal of party is to organize a party in a club, right? When you go to a club, the main goal of club is they can get you in by ticket as well. They make money by that, but most of the biggest sales that they get is from drinks, right? How much people can drink. And once you start drinking, I never used to drink, but I used to see people who used to drink a lot. So once you start drinking, what happens? You will not know how much money you are spending, because once you get drunk, you want more. And then they play music, and on top of that, there are many girls. So they start sending or putting money out there and showing off. That was one of the biggest thing that I learned, like status, the animal instinct of human beings, the girls to boys and boys to girls. So this is very important lesson I learned there, that we are all, as a human being, are animals, right? You just need to be smarter than the rest of the animals. So most of the people are where they were drinking, smoking, right? Just to get into the norm of the people. Norm. They don't enjoy. What I see, people start drinking and they start enjoying. I can enjoy without drinking. I can vibe without drinking. I just need good music, good people around with me. I'm happy. I don't need to drink. But today I'm going to talk about what I did back then. So the whole goal of the club was to bring in people, and most of the time the whole earning was how much money people are spending on drinks and tables, right? There are tables out there which cost around INR 20, 30, 40,000 grand. So if you can book the table, then it would be profitable for the club. So your whole goal as a business owner or as a side hustler is to bring in people and sell the tables or increase the sales through bottles or drinks, right? Best way, what we used to do is we used to get girls to the club, right? Because whenever there's a girl, like if the ratio of girls are more in a party, then the boys would be coming to that party, right? That's how all animal instinct work. Wherever there's a girl, boy will go. Wherever there's boy, girls will go. And once the girl is there, boys will come. So girls are the main focal point, or few guys who have good amount of circle. They bring in, they buy the tables, book the tables. They buy drinks for the girls and for themselves as well, to show off as well. And that was the main earning. And as you come in late, the manager of the club, they charge you money as well. That was another way. So the whole goal is to bring in girls and get bunch of people, boys spending money on girls and drinks. That was the main learning I learned while putting that party in club. And it's a good money, right? If you can get good sales and talk to the manager, he will be giving you 10,000, 15,000 per night, per Saturday. So yes, and one more learning, if you can bring in people during off days, right? Off days as in when there is no Saturday, like most of the people go for parties on Saturday, Friday, maybe Thursday. So these are the normal days. But if you can get people on Monday, on Tuesday, Wednesday, that's a good way of making money, because that time very less people go to club. But if you can organize party there, host any event, right? Glow party, we had neon party, we had bunch of stuff, bunch of parties. You can host different theme party as well, and just bring in people so that they can get the sales. So once you can do that and connect with managers, be a good friend of him, yeah, that's how the PR thing as well. If you know PR, public relationships, or the people who work in club works, they bring in guest lists and all this bullshit. So they bring in people, and that's how they make money, right? Third was ticket reselling. So there were concerts every 3-4 months. There were big concerts happening, NH7 Weekender, Bacardi, or other Avicii concert. No, Avicii died, sorry. So sorry, not Avicii. It was Martin Garrix. And yeah, bunch of creators were there. EDMs, boiler rooms. Yeah, so college people love concerts because they see concert as a Tomorrowland for them. The Tomorrowland is good festival as well, but they see that thing as a way to experience life, right? During college, what do you need? You need parties, you need girls, you need boys, you need full pleasure things, right? That was the whole goal of parties as well, concerts as well. So yeah, how I did concert reselling is, everyone knows concert is happening, so attention is already there in the concert, right? One Republic, big artist also comes, so people are more excited to go to that event and buy the ticket for 3-day festival, 2-day festival, or 1-day festival. So my story I will tell you. Third day, so there were 3 days event. The third day event, the first day event which I went there and I saw, like, there were crowd, but not too much. There were crowd, but everyone wanted to go to day 2 and day 3. Day 2 and day 3 are where the biggest artists were there. So what I used to do is, I find the supplier. Again, trading comes in. So you find a supplier or the person who can sell the ticket at very least price, right? Online, in the box office, the prices was around 3,000, okay, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. If you can book it early, you can get around 3,000, but if you book late, it's 5,000, 4,000, usually, right, for 3-day event. What I used to do, I find, so one of my friend, he's there, he also helped me. So he find a supplier who used to buy tickets from him, right? Then I connected with that guy, so he gave us ticket. So maybe he got ticket for free, I don't know about the supplier, but he was selling us for so cheap, right? For us, we are making money. So as the difference between the box office and the supplier selling, if it is very, the gap between them is very high, so you can make good profits there. So what I used to do, I used to get tickets from him around $700, 700. So what I did, I get ticket from 700 or 500, and I used to get people. I used to market through my social media. So that's where the marketing comes in, and people market it randomly. You should not market things randomly. You need to know what your target customer wants. So this is my biggest learning there. Find the target customer. So my whole social media, which was Insta basically, and WhatsApp, was full of college kids, my university kids. So when I was posting content, easily they were watching my content, right? Stories is where the sales happen. So I put lots of stories on my Insta and tried selling people, and I got many replies. So many of the people who reply or ask you for the tickets, they ask for the price and all this bullshit, and they ask for cheaper discounted rate. But there are many friends that I gave for very cheap price. Like I did not even make profit in few I made around very less profit. But yeah, I wanted to understand the psychology, so I tried bunch of stuff and I put it out. I sold a bunch of tickets, a lot of tickets I sold, right? So how I sold multiple tickets, I learned upselling, how upselling works. I will tell you how it works. So I got it for 700, and the ticket price online was around 3000, right? So difference is 2300. That was the whole difference where I can make profit. So what I did not used to put 2300 profit. What I did, I said that I can get you ticket at 2900, right? If it was around 3500 ticket or 3000, and I used to get ticket for 700, so 2300, I used to put it around 1900, 2000. So that was my difference, right? I 1300, 1200 per ticket. So I used to sell it to people. And how I did upselling was, I told people, like, if you can get 3 friends, I can give you a discount. I can give you the ticket at 1500 or 600, right? That was my whole thing, where I put 1500 into 3, that was around 4500. That would be my profit. So I did not used to buy ticket from that guy. Most people buy ticket and hold it for the long term, but I think this is where you take the risk of that people will buy. You have people who wants to buy, you think that people will buy. This is how even the psychology in trading works. When people buy stuff and they hope that people will buy later. So people used to buy ticket 5-6 months ago just to sell in 100-200 rupees profit. That's it, not much. But what I did, being a smart guy, what I did, I got the supplier. I told him I will get you the tickets. I did not buy from him, but I told him I have the customers, right? I told him I have the customers. I will bring you put your tickets ready. I want bunch of tickets, 50-60 tickets. Keep it ready. I want from you. What I did, I used to collect money from them, right? Let's say I collected 2000 from them, and the ticket is 700 rupees. So I used to collect the money, and then I used to pay. I used to take the ticket and give it to my friends or whoever wants a ticket, right? 1300 profit upfront. I got the cash. I gave it to the supplier, got the ticket, gave my friend the ticket. This way, there was no cash flow issue, because I was collecting cash upfront and then selling it to giving that money 700 to the supplier and taking that money. In difference, the between difference was my profit, right? That was the second day. Okay, second day was like this, because there were 2 days more to go. Then there was third day, right? Third day, what I did, first day I was playing in margin and volume. I will teach you what margin and volume means. So there are 2 ways of business, right? One is volume based business. That means your margin would be low and you will be selling multiple things in multiple times. Good example I can give you of volume is basically your cigarettes. I don't drink cigarette, but I will show you how it works, right? These products have very low margin, not high margin, very low margin, 10, 20, or maybe less than that, 3. But their whole goal is to get multiple people buying a lot of volume. People are buying multiple cigarette packets. $2 or 2 rupees, anything. Let's say 2, and people are buying 1000. So 2 into 1000, that's profit. So that's 2000 profit. But their goal is to sell at volume 1000 packets, then they make 2000 profit. That's volume game. Second is margin game. Margin game is basically you have a product and that product is, let's say, around 2000, okay, and the cost of making is 700, so 1300 is the profit, right? That's margin game. You played a margin game, but less people will buy it. That's the problem in margin, right? First day I was playing in margin, but second day I was playing in margin. Third day, when it was the last day, many people wanted to go for the concert, right? And that day the supplier told me he can give ticket for 500 to me. So I said that let's reduce the price of the ticket and put it at around 1000, right? Instead of 2000, let's put it at 1000. So what I did, I got multiple people buying, right? 500. My profit was 500, but a lot of people were buying. A lot of kids were buying from me at $500 or 500 piece. Yeah? So the 500 into multiple, that was the volume game. This is what I learned in this ticket reselling. You guys can try it too, or whenever there's a concert happening, you can find the arbitrage and capitalize it. That was a smart move. That was my third way of making money. And hear me out. Then comes thrift, and we started clothing brand with my friend. His name is Jayant. So we did one thing. We started a Luga brand, which was selling ham products from Nepal, selling it to India. So people bought it. But what worked was when we are posting content on Insta and then we are putting ads on it, then we can get sales from people from Goa, from different state. So that was this, you can call it a e-commerce clothing brand game. That's where I learned that you need to put the content and run the ads. That's paid traffic. So paid traffic is you putting cash upfront as running ads cost, and then you are getting the sales out of it through online. That was one of the thing. Then content, making content that gets views, hooks, all those things were part of it. Then we tried thrift store. Thrift store is basically you buying good vintage clothes from a supplier. We had supplier in Mumbai, then there was supplier in Northeast as well, Nagaland, right? We used to get products from there and sell it to college kids. And thrift store was a big thing. In my time, there was thrift store. In my college, people liked thrift store because US culture, we as a country, right, in India, are influenced by American culture or Korean culture. So American used to thrift store, right? So we, as being a copycat of and getting influenced by US culture, we started thrift store as well, and people used to buy from the thrift store. All the influencers were also posting thrift store clothes, so our college kids, being influenced by them, were buying thrift clothes. The clothes were good price, not expensive to buy, and then we are selling at around 1000 rupees profit. That was another business model you guys can try, and which works. I'm not saying that all the big things that people show it online. I'm telling you what I did and what worked for me. It will work for you as well. Then comes, this would be really good, right? Real estate business. This is really good. I did it. I made bunch of money with this, so you guys can try it too. So we were in third year, right? Third year was our last year, and what happens is, the third year, who used to live in apartment or used to live in apartments, or many of my friends used to live in apartments. So in those areas, many real estate people are there. Many people want to get student as soon as the third batch goes away. So what we used to have, the third year students have their college finished. So what they did is they went back home. So now there is no tenant for the house. So what I did, I'd find the arbitrage. I asked all of my friends who were living in apartment, I told them, give me your owner's number or agent's number. So they gave me their owner's number or agent's number, and their houses were big, like apartments, penthouses. So I called the owner or agents. I called them that I will give you kids from my university. You give me 50% of the initial amount, right? So what they take is security amount, first 3 months, deposit amount and rent. So overall it's 1 lakh or something, 100k. So I told them I will take 50% upfront when I get you the client, right? So they were like, okay. One of the guy asked me, why should I give you the money? Why should I give you 50%? So yes, I told him that I have the kids who want the house. You want to sell the house, you want to rent the house. I can give you those kids. And that's why I am asking you 50%, because you don't have kids to buy it from you. I have the people who are willing to buy. So what I did, again, using social media, I used to post content that these houses are free. 3 BHK, 4 BHK penthouse, putting the money there. And people used to contact me because third year, all of the third year passed out of the college, and their apartments was empty. All the first year or second year first year student wanted to move to apartments because they understood how the university or college around them, all the friends are living close to each other. So they wanted to rent the house which is close to each other. So that's why I got the owner's number. I started posting content, and second year students were following me. So they asked me, I want to get the houses, so can you help me? So I got them the houses, and it's 30-40% commissions I get. Like I sold it for 80,000, I sold it for 100k, and I got around 40,000, 30,000 per house. So this is very interesting business model. You guys can try it too if you're in third year or any second year. Just go find good people, good agents that can work with you and help them sell the houses. That's where you get the commission. And yeah, the one important lesson I learned, that I was selling 2 BHK house as well, right? It was less price, but I learned that people don't want less price house. I was like, what happened? Like we as a kid in university, most people will tend to buy cheap house so that they can manage rent. But these kids they did not want cheap house. They wanted ultra luxury house. So this insight gave me a very profound insight that people have money and they are willing to put that money in expensive or luxurious place. So that's why I sold penthouse, I sold row houses, and this is where the most commission happens, 30-40%. And yeah, this was my 6th way of earning money, and yeah, you guys can try it too. This is very useful. And then after that I tried bunch of stuff, different stuff, but this is what I did in my college in 1.5 years. Tried these things. But in real estate thing, it's not recurring revenue. All of these business models are not recurring revenue, right? It's based on sales, how much sales you can do. One sales. But if you can get recurring revenue, as in every month you can get recurring revenue, that's where you can get good money, recurring customers, as well as you can expand it. So now happens is you get new customers and make it a recurring customer. This is the best business model where you can get new customers as well as repeat customers. So once you have 50-50 on that, I believe that's greatest business model ever, because you are getting money every month. You know that they are going to pay, and it's predictable that they are going to pay, and you are getting through sales different clients. Yeah, this was greatest lesson that I learned. So yeah, I talked a lot today, but I hope this will give you value. And I'm naked, so be it, doesn't matter. And yeah, I hope this helps you. And if you are in your college, try these things. It might give you the ability to think, because it's not like getting the money, it was more of an experience. Like I enjoyed these things, I tried bunch of stuff, I enjoyed it, I learned a lot from it, and it gives me the motivation to do more of it. And yeah, this was all I tried in my college back in 2023. So yeah, you can try it too. Thank you. If you stayed along
do like, subscribe, and put your notifications on.